For the first time, we hear from a victim of the Santa Barbara rampage, a sorority student just walking with friends when she was fired on 5 times. ABC's Cecilia Vega has that emotional interview. Good morning, Cecilia.
George, good morning to you. 6 people killed, 13 injured during that shooting in Santa Barbara, and Bianca De Kock among them. She told me she hasn't read the killer's chilling manifesto or watched any of those videos. She doesn't want to give him any attention. Instead, she's speaking out, she says, to honor those who did not live to tell.
I see his face, he smiles at me, and just starts shooting.
He smiled at you and he starts shooting.
Mm-hmm. Like a smirky, grimacy smile, but it was a smile. He was just, he wanted to do this. He looked happy about it.
As Bianca De Kock and her 2 Tri Delta sisters walked to their sorority house last Friday night, they didn't have a second to react. The black BMW coming out of nowhere. Elliot Rodger carrying out his plot of revenge, vowing to kill women who he says rejected him. The car window down, he opened fire, not saying one word. What's going through your mind?
Honestly, first of all, it didn't seem real. I thought, is this rubber bullets? And then I realized I'm bleeding. I'm in pain.
Bianca was hit 5 times, bullets piercing and grazing her body. Of the 3 sorority sisters, Bianca is the only one who survived.
They were both 2 very incredible, beautiful people, and that's how I want them remembered.
19-year-old Veronica Weiss, a freshman, sports buff, and math whiz.
She was just a very passionate, loving individual.
22-year-old Katie Cooper, about to graduate with a degree in art history.
I never met anyone who was more willing to lend a helping hand.
As Bianca lay on the grass bleeding, she managed to make a call on her cell phone.
I had to call my mom.
What did you tell her?
I just told her I've been shot. I don't know what happened. It's crazy, but I love you.
I'm afraid I'm going to die. I love you so much.
I love you so much. I love you so much.
This morning, Bianca is out of the hospital, surrounded by family and the person who she says saved her life. Kyle Sullivan was walking home.
I heard absolute rapid fire.
He ran and found a police officer, brought him to Bianca. Then he laid down by her side to comfort her.
Because it almost sounded like she was giving her last wishes. You know, she was telling her mother how much she loved her and everything, and she was just...
That's what I felt like I was doing.
So that's when I started telling her that, you know, she was going to be okay. And
like he's like a hero.
2 complete strangers, today so thankful for each other.
We're going to be like bonded forever now.
I look at her as like my sister.
Bianca's parents thankful too, and angry.
I'm angry that it happened and that it does still happen. We need to change this violence.
How did he slip through the cracks? Shouldn't happen.
Bianca says the memories make it too difficult to finish the semester at the University of California, Santa Barbara. But she wants her school to know that she stands right there with the thousands who gathered for a memorial this week. The message here is not one more.
Not one more.
Not one more.
No.
Now, Bianca's parents told me that at some point they would be willing to meet with Elliot Rodger's parents. They say they know they're also hurting terribly, too. And Bianca, she says she's still trying to understand why her life was spared. She says she knows she now has a new purpose. She's just trying to figure out what it is. And, George, I can tell you this girl is so strong and so brave. She's going to do a lot of good in this world.
I think you're right about that, Cecilia. Boy, that was some powerful interview.